third party to agree, and we are encouraging this to reduce the levels of adversity amongst our aspirants, so that as a party we move forward knowing that an electoral position can only go to one person, and we encourage the members to speak to each other and not be so competitive or negatively competitive against each other. The second method is direct nomination. Direct nomination will be given in different circumstances. We have single candidates. If you have an electoral area where we only have one candidate, that candidate gets a direct ticket. We also have candidates who come from communities that do their own cultural nomination, and they give candidates. When we get those, we give their direct ticket. The rest are determined by the Central Committee, which sits and decides on the basis of different methods, including the look at the scientific method, that is opinion polling, and makes a decision. We have not sat to actually determine any opinion polls. We have commissioned opinion polls, but we have not sat to determine who is getting direct ticket on the basis of that. So the information in the media around listing, or in social media listing certain people who have received direct tickets, is not information that has come from the board. We also have, like all other parties, what we are seeking for is to win seats. So there are some people who've crossed over from other political parties. And when we've had some strong people who've crossed from other political parties, again, we will give them the tickets. The third method, which is delegates, voting through delegates, is a method we are not going to apply. We only applied it to the nomination of our presidential candidate. But for the 2022 elections, we are not going to use that method. The final method is universal suffrage by registered ODM members. For our party, we are going to use the register of ODM members who are registered. And you may have seen a schedule that we have put in the newspapers indicating areas where we will carry out those party primaries and when we will carry out those party primaries. That schedule is not cast in stone because the method of consensus continues. If we are coming to Nakuru on Friday and then we learn that in the electoral area where we are going, the candidates have agreed, we will not carry out that election. So much as we have a schedule, do not be surprised if maybe we will not turn up in one of the areas because they have reached consensus in most of them or in all of them. I'd like to take this opportunity also to adjust, to say that we will be adjusting. It was brought to our attention, and we wish to apologize that we scheduled some party primaries on Saturdays, 2 Saturdays. And it was brought to our attention that we should not have done this because of the Saturday is a Sabbath for some of our Christian brothers and sisters. So the party primaries for Narok and Kajiado scheduled for Saturday, because of a plea and a request for us to adjust, we will be moving that to another date, which we will actually communicate to the team. And for those two teams, they have also asked us to give them a little time to also engage in consensus building, which they are currently doing. So this is to inform you that we would like members of the press to report our situation as it is, not to add, not to create, and not to cause a lot of anxiety among our membership on the matters of nomination. We would also like to inform our members that our party primaries will be carried out in a simple computer-aided way. The voting will happen on tablets, where voters will walk into a polling center. They will be identified from the party register, which we have received from the Registrar of Political Parties. They will then move in, and on a tablet, they will select from an e-ballot. They will be able to select who they want to vote for, and the vote in real time will be tallied in one tally center per county. So that is what I wanted to make public, so that the information within the public and to our members is the correct information. Thank you very much. Anything else? Yeah. He's just reminded me that we scheduled Migori for on a Saturday. We will also be rescheduling the elections for Migori so that they happen on a day that is not a Sabbath. Now, as I have said, we are doing consensus, and we are continuing to do consensus. In every electoral area where we have more than one person, we are attempting and doing consensus. Where we get a consensus and we get one candidate, it is only fair that the candidates who have stepped down for the one that remains are refunded their money. So that is the context. Where somebody has been stepped down, where people have been stepped down in favor of one person, it is only fair that those people are refunded. But of course the report is that ODM is in the process of refunding everybody, because ODM is dishing out direct tickets. Of course that was an alarming tone of reporting a very simple thing. If you are 5 of you and the 4 agree to back one, we think it's only fair to actually refund the money of the 4 who have stepped down. As I have said, and I repeat again, we have 4 methods. And as I've said, and I repeat again, consensus is ongoing as we are speaking. So all our aspirants know where they are, that we are approaching those who are more than one. We are encouraging them. And in all our notices, our earlier notices, we have been telling aspirants, please engage each other in consensus to see whether you can give us one candidate. That is the best scenario for everybody. So that has been going on. And where we'll end up doing the universal suffrage, we would like to assure all our members that the process will be free and fair, and as you will see, it will be simple, and everybody will have an opportunity to participate. The key thing we need to tell our members, as we have said since we came to office last year, that the rules now provide that only registered ODM members can participate in the party primaries. So, unlike other primaries, in this primary, only members who will be on the register will participate in this process. Sijasema ya kwamba hakuna kura ya maoni. Nimesema ya kwamba hatujaketi ile kamati ya kuamua wale ambao watapata tiketi kuania na ile kura ya maoni. Hicho kikao hakijafanyika, na kikifanyika tutawaelezea wale ambao watakuwa wamepata hizo tiketi. As I have said, we are speaking to all our aspirants. Literally everywhere we have aspirants, we are speaking to them when they are more than one. The only ones who are single, we will soon publish. We'll actually publish the list of all the single candidates. But where we have more than one candidate, we are speaking to all of them, wherever they are. And as I have said, consensus is something that involves the aspirants, and some of them will agree to a consensus. Some of them will reach a consensus on their own. So it is every area where we have more than one candidate that we are encouraging consensus. we will actually, we don't have the entire list, but we have quite a number of candidates who've remained as single candidates in a number of counties. And in some instances, we've reduced the number substantively as a result of asking the counties to get into a consensus. I'll give an example. When we go to Turkana, we will carry out primaries in only 2 wards because the team sat on their own and they actually reached consensus and brought us the candidates that they agreed upon, by and large, for all the other electoral areas. And Turkana is a stronghold of ODM. Actually, every party knows what they can consider their stronghold. And as a national party, we know there are many areas where we can't, of course, there'll be obvious strongholds, but ODM as a party is a national party, and we have presence everywhere. So I can tell you we have candidates in all areas of the country. Of course, we have not yet, as coalition partners, come up with any refrain or any restraining formula to say that this party will be here on this. We have allowed a democratic process where all candidates have a go. But we will continue discussing as Azimio to see how best, when it comes to running the final lap, what would be best for Azimio.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to make a clarification on the fake news that is doing rounds on social media from the Office of the Director of Communication of the party. On matters policy, this office communicates to the public and to party members through the media. So any document that is circulating on social media or any other forum that is not signed by the chair of the National Elections Board on matters party primaries should be regarded as fake and should be ignored. So the media should not fall prey to such kind of propaganda that is spreading on social media. Thank you.
Thank you very much.